Oh man, it's good to see you again, Edgeworth. Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right? This person! This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I gonna do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, friend Ziska. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You soiled the Von Karma name and dragged it through the mud. Run away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, friend Ziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow, in court. It'll be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Huh. Still the same wild mare she always was. Oh my goodness. Edgeworth? Look at my badge. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright. Still as stuck up as ever. Seems a little changed. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just slightly. I don't know. Something's changed about you. Not that I mind personally, it's still you. Alright, let's talk. Tomorrow's trial. I thought you, the prosecutor's Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Neg, I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? The wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And that's the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. So what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of the von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation of prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Damn. Phoenix. Don't say that. That's not me. No, that's Phoenix. No. You could say, Edge. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, if it was Franziska, she would almost definitely say, I will defeat you this time, the instant she saw me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who only think of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Huh. Well, that's enough for now. The time will come when you will see, or the time when you will see is coming soon though, enough. It is good to see you, Edgeworth. From me, not from Phoenix, because apparently Phoenix is, you know, being Phoenix. So, I might as well get, you know, just as much dialogue as I can. Oh, wait, what? We were looking at leads, but we can only look at a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you just tell it to me straight and say, I don't have any info? Adrienne Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel this whole case revolves around her. That's it, she's the killer! I knew it all along. Huh, this woman is another key to the case. Do you really think so? She was Adrienne Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but suddenly she was called away by a production and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle left unsolved. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing, no one could ever find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? You wanna talk about yourself a little bit? We are I have no info about myself. I don't know myself anymore. Okay, no reaction for old bag. I was hoping a little bit. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Sounds like Poland is not treating him well this year. Hey man, I agree with that. Allergies get terrible when that happens. It's horrible. There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's a pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't think things is face value when there's more to be found. Yeah, he doesn't care about those people. Do you at least care about Will? Man, that's rough. What about Gumshoe? Man, he does not care about those people. Okay, well, you know what happened to Maya? I care enough for what happened to Maya. I only care about you, Phoenix. As, Edgeworth would say. Useless evidence. I'm trying to get as much information as I can out of you. Okay, none of that was important, so you don't know anything about any of that. Anything else? Or is that everything? Let's see if you have any more talk options. Oh, you do! The missing suicide note. Alright, Miss Impax... God, that name is weird. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That is when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impaxis had ever written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note went missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? That's a long-ass report, then. So I only get one, okay, let's take a look at it, at least. Suicide report. Deceased, Celeste Impax, found by Juan Corrida. Was her suicide note hidden? Question mark? Okay, that's... okay. Good information. Yeah. Give me some more information on this, man. That was not enough. That was a really short suicide report. It's like one little piece of paper and they're just... person suicide. I don't like to look through reporters. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, the reporters have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name. It's Adrienne Andrews. Wait, what? Miss Andrews? What did she do? She she'd try to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself. You think she's a strong career woman? That is just her image. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret that she's trying to hide away. A secret? Her codependency. That's the key word. Codependency. The word most unsuited to describing that woman. Interesting. Oh, nothing else. Okay. Well, did I at least get the report for the attempted suicide report? Nothing? Oh, no, oh, well, I didn't even see that. Okay. I was like, you're just gonna leave it there, are you? It's a little... Yeah, I mean, you were giving me information. I was using you for information. I didn't even see that. So how are Adrian Andrews and the codependency related? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did you think Adrian Andrews... And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Quite possibly because she had lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she... Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is a person who looks for someone she can trust unconditionally. And when she finds that someone, she blindly follows them. Without someone to guide her, she feels uneasy and can't carry herself through life. And that's her codependency? When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the court record. Let's see what it is. Yep, shock from Celeste Impact's suicide. Okay, so she tried to kill herself. That's good to know. That makes this actually a lot more interesting. I don't want to leave you, Edgeworth, but I think that's all I can get out of you. What else do we have? Yeah, is that everything? I think that is. I don't want to really present anything else to you. Yeah. I did all the profiles. Where else do I want to go? Hotel lobby, Wright & Co. law offices, detention center. Do I have anything to talk to about Matt and Garde? I don't know yet. It's either the hotel or the detention center. If I go talk to Ngarde, what would I ask him about? Just a quick look through. I would show him the suicide reports, the magazine clipping, and that. Or I could go talk to Adrian Andrews about the suicide. Yeah, that's a bit more interesting. And ignore you completely. Definitely ignore you. I think this was the right way. Poor Will. Just stuck here. Can't go anywhere. And nobody cares about you. She was in Garde's room, right? Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma, what are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. I'll show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective, and with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for the poor Detective Gunshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Yeah, she does. Actually, like, completely different from before. What do I want to start with? I guess first we'll start with talking. Okay. Maybe not. Okay, so motive for murder. We may have enough evidence to open up all our psych locks. Because I doubt she would talk about any of this until we open up the psych locks. That seems like... Oh, first I'll try. I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are no relevance to me. Oh, it's the first time I've been okay, yeah. Talk. Not talk. Present. So we have to open up our psych locks before we get any information whatsoever. So let's see if we have enough information to work off of here. Okay, starting with motive for murder. Why was Juan Carita murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason why he was killed. Huh. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize that you're putting Mr. Angardi's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Carita. You were not that close. That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. That would be the magazine. The tablet thing. You and Mr. Carita had an intimate relation, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you had even half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people bought into this story. Huh, as to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on the good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however. What if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Carita? As if there was such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Carita for this person's sake? If it was for their sake, I don't think it would be him, so... her? Would it be her? I think, yeah. Because I don't think she'd do it for him, so... yeah. I think it'd be her. Celeste Impact's your mentor. What do you know about Celeste? Okay, it was her, okay. Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Carita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Carita so you can find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as the slimy muckracker? Muckracker? Muckracker. Like muckracker? That is really weird. Okay, yeah. For a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Okay, completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved with the missing... would it be the suicide report then? With the... because that's the only thing I have that has information on her, that lady's suicide. Yeah, was her suicide note hidden? Which is... So then she would get close to Juan Carita because Juan Carita would be the only person that could hide the... Okay, that makes sense. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under some suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan.